Everyone. So we are moving on. We're going on to the topic of ratio, and our objectives for today are defining a ratio. So you're going to meet ratio, you're going to understand what it is about, and you'll also learn how to represent ratios in their lowest form. So what exactly is a ratio? A ratio is a way of representing two or more quantities in relation to each other. So it's a method of writing down, of representing the amount of different quantities in relation to each other. So it's not necessarily a lot of calculations per se, but it is a way of representing something, and it is a skill. Now, let's look at an example. Consider a box containing 4 blue marbles and 6 red ones. So here we have the box, there are the 6 red marbles and 4 blue ones. And we are asked to state the ratio of red marbles to blue marbles. So there are 6 red and 4 blue. And this is how it's written. 6 red marbles to, the word to is written as a colon, so it's 6 to 4, representing the 6 marbles in the 6 red marbles in the box and the 4 blue marbles in the box. Now, a ratio is something that can be reduced and should be reduced to its lowest form. So we look at the numbers 6 and 4, and both of these numbers have a common factor. 2. 2 could go into 6, 2 could go into 4. So we can reduce this ratio in much the same way we would reduce a fraction. 2 could go into 6 3 times, and 2 could go into 4 2 times. We get the final ratio 3 to 2, which cannot be reduced any further. So the ratio of red marbles to blue marbles is 3 to 2. And what does that really mean? Well, we have it circled in the box there. But for every 3 red marbles present, 1, 2, 3, there are 2 blue marbles which it can be paired with. Similarly, these 3 red marbles here can be paired with these 2 blue marbles. So the ratio of red marbles to blue marbles is 3 to 2, and that means for every 3 red marbles present, there are 2 blue marbles. Now, let's look at the same question but in a different order. What would be the ratio of blue marbles to red marbles? Now, the question is similar, but the order is different. They'd like to know blue marbles to red marbles. So the number representing blue marbles, which would have been 2, comes first in the ratio. So the ratio of blue marbles to red marbles is 2 to 3. Order is very important when dealing with ratios. Let's look at another example. In 2L, there are 16 boys and 12 girls. What is the ratio of boys to girls? So we write the number of boys first, followed by the number of girls. That's 16 to 12. And once again, we have a ratio that can be reduced. 4 could go into 16, 4 could go into 12, giving us our final ratio of 4 to 3. So for every 4 boys present in 2L, there are 3 girls. Similarly, let's look at the ratio in another direction. What is the ratio of girls to boys? So the number representing girls comes first, followed by the number representing boys, and the ratio of girls to boys would be 3 to 4. Let's look at a third example. 3 friends have the following heights. Anne is 160 centimeters. Betty is 1.56 meters. And Crystal is 1.5 meters. And you're asked to represent the ratio of heights of Anne to Betty to Crystal in its lowest form. So the order again is very important. Anne's height must come first, followed by Betty's, then followed by Crystal's. Over here, you'll see that their heights were already converted. Their original heights were in centimeters and meters. When reducing a ratio, all quantities must be expressed in the same units. So Betty's height of 1.56 meters was changed to 156 centimeters, while Crystal's height of 1.5 meters was changed to 150 centimeters. and they are expressed as 160 to 156 to 150. Once again, this can be reduced. The number 2 could go into all three of those values, and we get the ratio 80 to 78 to 75. Now, there is no common number that can go into all three of these values, so this is our final ratio, 80 to 78 to 75. So before you go on to the exercise, let's review two main points. Points to note: the order of your ratio is very important. If the order changes, the ratio carries a different meaning. So pay close attention to your order. And secondly, all quantities must be expressed in the same units before the ratio is reduced. So look at your units: grams and kilograms, meters and centimeters, liters and milliliters, etc. before reducing your ratio.